How does agglomerative clustering work? Imagine these data points in 2D space. In agglomerative clustering, you start off with each sample in its own cluster. Then you combine the nearest clusters, which are A and B. You can also depict this connection in the diagram on the right. This diagram is called a dendrogram and is useful in agglomerative clustering. To find our next cluster, we'll have to locate the nearest clusters once more. D and E, which are quite near to one another, form the next cluster. Now switch our attention to C for the next cluster. The AB cluster is very close to C, but how can we be sure? There are many ways for measuring the distance between the clusters, the most notable of which being minimum, maximum, average, and worst linkages. The distance between two clusters in a single or minimum linkage is the shortest distance between all data points in the two clusters. Assume that we are using minimum linkage, in which case A, B, and C form a cluster. Next, F forms a cluster with D and E. Finally, all of the data points form a single cluster. Obviously, such a broad cluster isn't what we're searching for. So, we may go back and choose the optimum clustering condition for our needs. This is how you cluster your data with agglomerative clustering.